just take a quick look and
yeah. So I hated how Genesis had the box like that. You know, I wish they had a hard case, more of them.
Yeah, I prefer some games they made both versions, and I prefer to get them. But some of them like this, I don't think they made like a hard shell case of this one. So.
Then I was looking at some eBay stuff too, and the boxes, some of those were even worse than what they were asking. They were actually selling them. Like,
those
what?
Sega ones are hard. Okay, so here's the.
Yeah, your Super Nintendo, your STUNT RACER.
Yeah, this is the one right here, man. This is.
Like I said, I seen a worse box, and then they had guy had the Blockbuster thing on there too. So he said it was even rarer.
The thing was, this was a Blockbuster exclusive. Like they didn't sell this in stores.
Oh,
so
that's okay.
That's why the box is so hard to find.
So you guys already saw the highlight of this video at the beginning there, and I had this whole long intro clip filmed while we were driving down there that was explaining like the backstory, the price I was going to be paying, the Goo Goo Dolls concert that we were going to, and I was like, you know what, let me just get into it here. Let me show you guys what I got. I'll explain all that other stuff along with the new look here at the end of the video. So here it is. The STUNT RACER 64 cartridge and box. Okay, so no manual on this, which kind of sucks because I will likely never complete it. I think right now the manual alone for this goes for the same amount or more than the cartridge and the box. So if someone has one and wants to hook me up with a good deal, I would love to complete it, but I'm not going to shell out $500+ for a manual. It's just not going to happen. But I am happy to get it in the box. Definitely one of the rarer pieces in my collection. The box is in decent shape. I'd give it like a 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It's a little ding on the top there. And then the underside has a small rip here. And the front of it has a sticker on it that says no instructions. And I was trying to figure out why that might be on there. I can't see any reason why Blockbuster would have put that on here. I'm hoping the guy that sold it to me didn't just put that on there before he took the pictures that he sent to me. I don't think that he did. And of course you got your Blockbuster sticker on the back there. But honestly, I'm not worried about that at all. Like in my mind, that's kind of part of the box, really. Because you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find one of these that did not have a Blockbuster sticker on it, seeing as it was a Blockbuster exclusive game. And so I'm not worried about taking that off. And then here's the cartridge here. The front of it in really nice shape. The back of it also has a Blockbuster sticker. I'm going to cover the address, but it's got a Blockbuster sticker on there. But the cool part about it is the part that I'm not showing is the address, because the address on this is a local Blockbuster. Well, kind of local. I mean, this was like an hour and a half from where I live, but when Blockbuster was a thing, there was only like 2, maybe 3 of them within like an hour, 2-hour distance of here. And each one probably had 1 copy of the game. And so having that sticker on there to show where it originally came from, in my mind, is awesome. I mean, to say that I unearthed one of these few STUNT RACER 64s that were ever in this area is kind of incredible. So again, I'm not worried about taking that off. It's much cooler to me than having just a clean back on it. So anyway, that was the highlight there. I'm going to gingerly set that to the side here and get into the rest of the stuff that I got here, because that was the main reason I wanted this deal, but definitely not the only reason. I got a lot of nice stuff for my collection here. I'm going to show the few systems first. I'm not going to show the cords and controllers and all that. I'm just going to show the systems here. Model 2 Genesis system, which I'm actually going to be hooking up in here in the game room, assuming it works. When I moved here, I packed all my Sega systems back up in their boxes and stuff, and I don't really want to take them back out just to hook them up to have a system to play. So I was like, I'll just wait until I find, you know, some loose Sega systems, and this is one of them. So still need a Dreamcast and a Saturn, but that'll be nice to hook up in here to have one to play. N64 system here, black N64 system, expansion pack, had an atomic purple and a gray controller, and the cords. Both those systems I just showed had their manuals. And then finally a Super Nintendo here, not yellowed, no cracks or chips, really nice shape. And again, a couple controllers and the cords came with that one as well. I'll show this real quick. This is not actually a system, it's just an empty box. Not totally empty. It's got like a brand new AV cord and all the paperwork and baggies and stuff in here. So I'll have to track down a 70012 PS2 Slim to complete that set there. But moving on to the games here. I got games for all three of those systems that I just showed. Quite a few of them for my collection. So we start out with the Genesis games here. And all these Genesis games that had their original clamshell or their cardboard box were complete, which was awesome because there's quite a few of these that I'm going to be holding on to for the collection. So probably the best one that I got here is The Adventures of Batman and Robin. In the cardboard case, I don't think there was ever a clamshell of this game. I'm going to say that with probably quite a few of these, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, if they came out in clamshell and cardboard, I'd prefer to get the clamshell case, but I'll definitely be hanging on to this one regardless. Because I do not have it, and I think this one's pretty hard to find. So, yeah, Adventures of Batman and Robin, VR Troopers, we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, another cardboard box one, Batman Forever, Taz and Escape from Mars, Super Street Fighter 2, which I don't know if I have this one yet. I'll have to look after the video. It's nice having everything displayed now because I can kind of glance anywhere in the game room and see whether or not I already have something. So this one I do know I already have. True Lies, which is oddly expensive. I'm not sure why, but it's gone up quite a bit in price recently. Both that one and the Super Nintendo one. Bram Stoker's Dracula. 6-pack, the cardboard. Risk. Really nice shape actually on Risk. A small stain on the back though. Probably hang on to that one anyway. The Jungle Book. X-Men 2 Clone Wars, another one I think is a little bit harder to find, complete in box. Looks like a lot of these games though came from the same Blockbuster. There's another Blockbuster sticker on that one. I will probably try to take that one off if I can on the cardboard box. I don't know how easy that's going to be. NBA Jam Tournament Edition and Lethal Enforcers 2 Gunfighters. So that was all the box stuff. There was a couple loose Genesis games here, which, well, Lion King had the manual with it, but these other two are just loose sports games, Hardball 3 and Bill Walsh College Football. So that was it for the Genesis stuff. Let me show the Super Nintendo stuff next. There wasn't a lot of Super Nintendo stuff, but a couple decent box games here. And one loose game, which was Killer Instinct. So let's go through this box stuff here. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Most of these Super Nintendo boxes did not have the cardboard inserts, but this box in particular is in good shape. And I think all these were complete. They all had the manuals in there. We also got Aladdin, a million-seller copy of Super Mario All-Stars. A bit crushed on the top there. A pretty minty condition Super Mario Kart, which I was a little disappointed was the million seller. I think he actually sent me a picture of the front of this one, and I did see that it was the million seller version. And I actually don't have the box for my collection yet, but I'll probably hold out until I get one that's like the non-million seller version. And then finally, for the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country 2. Another one that's got a little bit of crushing on the top, but was complete. So that was all for the Super Nintendo stuff. I got quite a few N64 games here, some decent ones, most of which were complete. There was a few of them. I think this stack here was missing the manuals. I'll try and point them out as we go here. Lots of wrestling in here, but some other decent ones as well. So let's just get these out of the way. These are the ones that were missing the manuals in addition to the Stunt Racer. Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, which I think I might actually have a manual for this. I'll have to double check when I'm done here. WWF No Mercy and Rally Challenge 2000. Let's start going through these complete ones here. We got Perfect Dark. Just traded a copy of this away to my buddy Derek. Winback Covert Operations. I think I need that one for the collection. WWF Attitude, which I believe is a condition upgrade for me. WCW NWO Revenge for the collection. Xena Warrior Princess for the collection. possibly a condition upgrade, and probably the best one I got other than the Stunt Racer was Mario Party here. Really nice shape on this one. I'll have to compare it to mine, which is right here, but I'll do that after the video. GoldenEye 007, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, ECW Hardcore Revolution, a few more here. We got Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers, WCW Mayhem, 007 The World Is Not Enough, Hybrid Heaven, really nice shape on this one. Definitely don't have this one for the collection. And finally, a very nice copy of Quake 2 Complete, which I think I already have the box, but might be a condition upgrade. A couple loose carts here, Ready to Rumble Boxing and Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And that was it for like the Nintendo stuff. I'll show quickly this stack of PS2 games that he just kind of threw in for me. You know, when I made him my final offer, I said, I don't even want the PlayStation stuff. Feel free to sell that on your own. But he was nice enough to throw in at least the PS2 stuff. He had some PS3 stuff that he held on to, but I didn't want it anyway. So that was everything that I got. So now let's get into like how I found this and what did I pay for it. So Ryan, Sabrina, and I were going down to a Goo Goo Dolls concert. They were playing like an hour and 20 minutes away from where we live here. And the week before we went to that a guy hit me up on Facebook and told me that he found all this stuff in his brother's storage unit, I think he said, and he was looking to sell it for his brother. And so he sent me the pictures, and I saw the first thing I saw was the Stunt Racer. My jaw just dropped. And you know, I asked him how much he wanted for it. He told me to make an offer, so I lowballed the crap out of him. I was like, I'll give you $250 and I'll come pick it up. And so I didn't hear back from him until the next day. And he was like, I went online and looked everything up on eBay and price charting, and was surprised to see that it was going for like $1,600. And by that time, I had looked it all up too, and that number was pretty spot on. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna pay anywhere near that though, obviously, and he was surprisingly flexible on the price. I got everything I just showed for $700, which, I mean, considering that this goes for at least half that, if not a little more, that was pretty incredible, especially seeing as the guy knew exactly what he had. He could have flipped it all online if he wanted to put the work in, but he was just, you know, he was looking to get rid of it for a fair price. I mean, I got it for like 40 to 50% of the retail value, and he was cool with it. So that's awesome. And you know, like I said, we were going down to the Goo Goo Dolls show. It was a great show. I might put some footage, the live footage at the end here. I don't want to risk any, you know, copyright stuff, but I think if it's like a quick live clip, it might be okay. For any of you Goo Goo Dolls fans out there, it was an awesome show. And then also the new look here, the first video with the new camera, hoping it looks quite a bit better than, you know, my previous videos here. I'm hoping my computer doesn't explode when I go to edit this video. And I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out the whole thing. Until next time, take care.
Come on!